What was the most important thing you learned from her?
Acting is through the eyes.
Did I say that? My dad directed Beat Street. I was on the Beat Street set at 8 years old. So I have like this weird, and he, I just grew up in New York and I was kind of around the birth of hip hop. I'm kind of aging myself, but he was in Brown Sugar.
Yes, on the cutting room
so
floor, but it's
crazy.
dope to have the experience. First time I met her too.
Yeah.
She messed her lines up.
Yeah, because I was looking at,
No, it had nothing to do with it.
Well, then what is it like to reunite 20 years later? To not be on the cutting room floor this time.
Right, it feels great. It feels great. And the fact that I got to work with her on her directorial debut, which I think she did an excellent job. So, yeah, I'm honored.
If you want to make it, you got to make music, shorty. The right song at the right time.
My bars hit like when boys in the hood pulled up on Rick.
You're going to be on the come up.
You have, someone who is such a celebrated actor then translate that gift into directing you. What was it like? And Jamila, I'll start with you.
She really helped us prepare. And most time for films, you don't have a lot of time to prepare. You just get to set, you meet everybody there, and you get into the scene. But we got to meet everybody beforehand. We got to do rehearsals, which is rare unless you're a theater company. So it was amazing. I feel like she was a director and also a mentor.
It's just a song. It's not just a song. It is a statement. If you're gonna come at people, then you better be ready.
Davine, what about you? What was it like to be a part of this big moment for Sanaa and to have, again, somebody as a scene partner, but also behind the camera?
I was excited. I was thrilled having my first conversation with her. I saw the passion in her. And because she was on board, I immediately didn't want to become on board. If nothing else, to support her in making whatever this was going to be come to life. But I do think it should be noted, Sanaa almost set up like a school-like environment. With the younger actors, with everyone. We come from the same, we went to the same school. So to watch her be so generous and giving to everyone, but in particular to the younger actors, it was very special. And I remember telling you that I was like, unfortunately, you just got spoiled. Yes. Because that doesn't happen. However, it's a gift and it's going to set them up for their amazing futures. And I think because of that generosity and authenticity, it allowed them to feel comfortable to bring themselves fully. And that is why I think it is so natural and beautiful and intimate. I hope that's what people see, but that's directly through her. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I want to talk about the transformative in a second because it also feels like everybody is not only on screen, but behind the scenes and just in general kind of getting to show different lanes and different sides of themselves. But Miles and Michael, I want to hear from you about that environment, that experience working with Sanaa and what you learned from her.
I mean, I think the camaraderie instantaneously was amazing. I mean, she kind of took us under her wing and she was very patient with us and she was very open and collaborative throughout the whole entire process. So I mean, just getting to work with someone of that status and seeing how she treats people on set, not just in front of the camera, but behind the camera. I mean, it's amazing to take with you, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, absolutely. The word that comes to mind, like, when I think about her approach was like clarity. You know what I mean? There was this intense clarity every single time we were on set. And I feel like when an artist approaches something with clarity, it allows for their collaborators to sort of have more flexibility and freedom to play within that environment. Yeah. So we were only able to bring ourselves to it fully because she was presenting us this clear, concise, pristine image of what we were trying to achieve.
That is what this movie is about, finding yourself through your art. And you all have done that and also transformed through that. I mean, Cliff, you have been transforming since the 90s. Everything from obviously being a musician to stepping into film and television. What do you remember about that that moment of transition, that kind of come up for you?
Well, as far as rapping, I was born to a beat. You know what I mean? That was putting me from the womb. As far as the acting thing, it gets to a point where you say to yourself, being a creative, how else can I contribute? And did the music thing for so many years, I think I left it all there and moved on to something else.
You sure did.
The growth, everything. And I've been lucky to work with, you know, some great actors and some great directors. But this right here, this project right here, this was the ultimate experience for me. And the jewel that I got from Sanaa was, she came to me, she said, that thing you do with your head, that's your thing, right? I was like, yeah. She was like, don't do that.
If you want to make it, it's going to take more than the ring.
See, making hits, that's what I do. You got it in you.
The right song at the right time, and boom.
What I was so impressed by with him is he's a real actor. He's not some rock star, you know.
Right, I already know. You can put me in a movie trailer. I'm still going to do what I do.
Exactly.
Not a honey wagon, though.
Yeah.
Damn, not a honey wagon. They
Why
got
do they call
bathrooms.
them honey wagons? Because they ain't honey.
And definitely
they ain't sweet.
Nothing sweet about it.
No, he definitely, he is by far probably one of my favorite, I don't know if the term is musician turned actor that we currently have. There's so much respect that he puts on this, you know, that is just so moving. And he has so much light and brightness and genuine cheer. Like he's giddy on stage. He's excited before a scene starts. And I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I was like, this brother is playing gay, but it's genuine. And I love that you said, how else can I contribute? Because I don't think people think that way. And I think sometimes people just zero in, and that's cool. But I love that he's branching out because it's a gift to us. And also, I'll say, he has an extreme poise. And there's moments, even in this movie, in the subtleness and in the quietness, that he you can just see it. It's like he's vibrating. And I just think that's very special. And there's not many people who've been doing this for years and training or not. Yes. And it's really special. So I'm really happy
they're
he's doing
being extra nice, right? I love
it.
But you know, at the end of the day, I'm willing to do the work, willing to take direction, and I'm still learning.
He's humble. That's what it is. He's humble. So towards like when he would come on set, my camera department would, in between takes, bring records, and I was like, what are you doing? Like taking up time, and you know you got to get your day. And I was like, oh right, he's a superstar. Like you know what I mean? I forgot.
I will embrace it.
That's a compliment.
Thank you.
Well, Angie, for you, obviously this is kind of the second hit adaptation after The Hate U Give. You are you know, you've taken your hit novels and turned them into films. What was it so important for you to see translated to the screen? What was the thing that you were like, I hope that we're aligned on this element of the movie?
It's maintaining Bree's authenticity throughout, and maintaining her moments of imperfection throughout. Bree is this young girl who could easily be, you know, misrepresented. She could easily be misunderstood. She represents so many Black girls who actually exist. Black girls who get in trouble when their white counterparts don't get in trouble for doing the same thing. Black girls who are often seen as being too much or not enough and never perfect as is. And that is where we all aligned. We wanted this young girl to come to this realization that she's enough. And we see that through this character. We see it through the script. We see it through the performance. So that for me was so important because I know Breeze. I meet them all the time. And you know how teenagers are. They're going to hit you up and they're like, it better be right, Angie. I'm like, first of all, don't talk to me like that. But I get where they're coming from. And I will say to every last one of them, to all the real Breeze out there, she did that.